howdy, we're back. And the party may be alive, maybe not. But welcome to TableTop NerdCast. This is Piercing the Crystal Veil. I'm Rick, your GM. And we hope you're enjoying what we're doing. We're enjoying doing it. We hopefully surviving. And if you like what we're doing, it would be great if you could like and subscribe. Hit the little buttons that are there. They can tell you all.
Ring the bell!
Yes, ring the bell. And but in the meantime, we'll just get started again. In the last episode, there was an army of drow marching on the island, and they were still fighting the Mamura and the Herald of Darkness. The Herald of Darkness ended up deciding it was time for her to leave. She mentioned the Moonlit King wouldn't be happy with her, but maybe she would meet y'all again sometime. And
she's needy.
yes, she needs. And our Druid friend over here, Nevi, decided he was all about talking smack. We'll see how that works out later in the campaign. But the army of drow was marching and devils, and they polished off the ones that they were dealing with around the island, and they were like getting ready for the next chapter when a light started forming in the center. And the light obviously was antagonizing the army and the dragon and the tentacled monster, because they were like, you could tell they were concerned. They attacked with more ferocity. And then all of a sudden the light unfolded into a humanoid form, and it sent a radiant wave out that just filled everybody with joy and peace, and that's where we cut it.
And then we wake up in a field of grass.
And now I know why I feel so much joy and peace.
I just wish the joy and peace came with more hit
Oh, hey,
points.
Helanak is there!
No! Yes! Big!
Huge driving women!
Huge tracts of land. So, you find yourselves, you wake up, though you don't know you woke up, but you find yourselves exactly where you were when you first saw the light forming in the crystal. And you're staring at the crystals in your hand. You notice the light's fading. You're thinking, it just started growing and now it's fading. And you feel an itching sensation on your wrist, and you look down at your wrists, and there's a little light fading from that too. And there's something's itching at the back of your mind, but you can't quite make out what it was. It seems important, but you don't know why.
So we don't remember what just happened?
No.
Okay.
You feel rested and at peace, and you just feel yourself smiling so big that, it's almost like your cheeks hurt. You know when your face just seems to light up?
So it's another day for a halfling.
Yes, definitely in Cade's world. And you just want to give everybody a big hug. You just feel just so in tune. So, Cade, you feel slightly dizzy. You know something just happened, but you can't remember what it was. Your wrist itches, and you notice it's fading. The people around you, which was your barbarian friend you were talking to, he looks at you and goes, Why are you smiling?
Why are you smiling? You kind of went out of it there for a minute.
I'm happy? Why do you smile?
Mostly when I kill things.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to punch him in the knee.
Well, to each his own.
Yeah. That's why I'm smiling. I'm happy. It's good. Good day to be alive. Great day to be a halfling. Where's the beer?
So, basically, you have your normal conversation, which sounds a lot like this, And
Come here, down here. I need to talk to you down here.
You do feel tired, though, and it's later in the day. So when you go to bed that night, you fall instantly asleep and into a deep sleep. And the whole day you just feel, and you walk around to your men and you're talking, how great it is to be alive, and, slapping them on the kneecap, I guess. Telling him,
How's that Achilles?
tell him you're happy to have him with you, and that you're going to do great things. And so through the course of the day, they're all like looking at you kind of funny because this is not that abnormal for Cade, but it's a little over the top. And they kind of talk amongst themselves like, what got into him, And anyway, and you go to bed that night, and you're just happy as could be, and you lay down, and you have a dream. And in your dream, you see a red and silver dragon dancing high in the sky. And they fly over a mountain range and disappear into a clear crystal. And it fades into, you see a falcon sitting in a nest, nursing its eggs, and when the egg opens up, you pop out. And you look after the dragon, and you feel a yearning to follow them, and you wake up.
Sorry.
I really need to be careful with the wild mushrooms.
I was going to say that as a joke, and then when you said it, it caught me off guard.
That he was an egg.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
Just need to lay off the wild mushrooms.
That's that field of grass. So,
Okay, no more of this mead.
so Tama, morale. You find yourself sitting on your perch in the windowsill. You feel slightly dizzy, but happy. And this is the best day ever. And you're rich. No, you're rich. You're rich. And you're rich. No wonder it's the best day ever.
That's why it's the best
It
day
is
ever.
absolutely the best day ever.
No more adventuring, I'm done.
All right. We're going to buy the summit and turn it into a giant gaming store.
Works for me.
Of course, it's not the summit anymore, I guess, but it'll always be the summit. And so you start rubbing it, and you notice there's an image, but it's fading. And you don't know, you look at it, and it's like, what? And it's sparkling, and you can't quite, there's an image, but you can't quite make it out. And you look at your cat, and it's just sitting there, like it has, right on the ledge in front of you. But something seems different about her. And you think her name is... I should have prepped you.
Sparkle.
And...
Mitten?
Actually, I asked Jason, and he told me that there was a name you were going to use. And I can't remember what it's like, Kidditch or something. Not Kidditch, but I can't remember what it was. But...
Got that now.
You feel, and you think it's funny that all of a sudden
Quinny?
Huh?
Quinny?
That's what he said.
Quinny.
Okay,
Yeah. Quinny's
Quinny.
our cat.
Okay, Quinny? All right. So, all of a sudden you think, her name's Quinny. But it's funny that now, all of a sudden you think of her as a her. And that's odd, because you never really thought of it as a her before.
Crystal cat. Now, do I remember my dream?
You don't remember anything.
I just woke up and things feel weird. I'm happy, and I had this weird, like, sparkle in my fur, right? And I don't know what that was. And
Damn catnip.
but I love my kitty. Winnie, you're her.
So, you go back down into the temple, and you're asking this, is there anything I can do for y'all and today? And they're like, normally you just want to eat and lie around in the sun. What's wrong with morale? And they're kind of talking about among themselves, and they're like, this is a new morale. She's seen the cat god. She's changed. This is great. And they're talking amongst themselves. So that night you lay down, and you're so rested, and it's been such a great day, and you've done so much and helped so many other Tabaxi people, and you lay down and you have a dream, and you see a falcon roosting on a dwarven house. You notice there are dragonborn halflings and humans living in this house, and there's a great mountain that rises up behind it. And you notice a dark sparkle that you realize is a cat. And it's a crystalline cat, and it's climbing up to the peaks, and there's storms raging around the top. And it looks back at you, and it beckons to you to follow. And then it jumps off to the other side and out of your view.
No, Quinny, come back. Don't go alone.
So, Dresdenova, you were sitting around the campfire.
Yep.
And you were staring at the tree, and you wake up, but you didn't know you were asleep. And you're staring at the tree in your hand, and you feel that your wrist itches. And you look down and you notice that a light is fading, and there was a light in the tree, and it seems to be fading. And it's like it was just magnifying and getting filled with energy, because you can feel those things, and then all of a sudden it just started fading. And it's like, did it come to completion? Or, you know?
Do I have time to cast Detect Magic?
Not right this moment,
Okay.
but you can do that in a sec. And you see an image on your wrist, and it's gone. And you feeling there's something you should remember, but you can't put your finger on it. If you'd like to cast Detect Magic, you can.
Okay. Six plus
Dresdenova,
11.
what's wrong with you? You casted spells on that little tree again, and why do you have that big smile on your face? You look like you just found Leprechaun's treasure.
I don't know.
You've been sitting there staring at that tree.
I really don't know.
It's kind of odd. Maybe you should lay off the magic or something for a little bit, or maybe you shouldn't be playing with that tree so much. It's got you all fascinated and stuff. And man, you look happy. And you are about to burst with joy.
Happiness and complete and utter bafflement don't work well together in the mind.
Why am I so happy? And they're like, that's not usually.
I'm just so confused.
Pretty much, yeah.
Usually, you know, you're just all studious and stuff. This isn't like you. What's come over you?
I don't know. It's off.
Maybe you should cast Detect Magic on yourself.
Maybe.
So, but you feel tired. And you're like, maybe I'll just go lay down and take a nap. So, you lay down, and guess what happens?
I dream. Guess what?
Surprise, surprise.
And your dream is kind of restless, okay? And it's not, you know, it's just like something's nagging at you. And because you're always trying to figure things out, you're always so logical and intellectual. It's not fitting, and you just can't make sense. You want to make sense of it, and it's not making sense, and you don't like that. And you keep seeing this crystal tree in your hand, and then it grows immense, reaching into space itself. And it seems to be pushing two worlds apart. And this tree soon fills your senses, and you see a nest in its branches, and a falcon roosts in it. And it takes to the air, flying towards some mountains. And you notice that it has your crystal tree in its talons. And it's rising high over the storm-covered mountain range, and it disappears into the clouds. You feel this intense need to follow, and that the only way you're going to find the answers is if you find that tree. And it's just like nothing could be as important. And you start to try to fly, swim, whatever you can do to follow this tree. And you wake up, and when you wake up, you know how you wake up in the middle of a dream sometimes, and you wake up and you're just, you know, and then you're like, oh, what?
You're just what?
You just what?
Describe, because people in podcasts aren't going to know what this is.
Oh, and he wakes up, when you wake up and he's clawing at the air like he's trying to climb a tree or climb something, and he's rolling around in his blanket, and he just wakes up, and he's just confused and disoriented and trying to make sense, and he's got this gnawing sensation in the back of his mind that he has to find whatever this dream was.
A mountain or
Start
tree.
scrabbling for quill and ink and paper and trying to write down as many notes as I can to myself.
Fair enough. I will give you a printout of this after we're done.
Cool.
Mr. I got Xander Stein. Nevi, your previous incarnation, who is no longer with us. I guess that's the barbarian.
Yep.
You're sitting there staring at the crystal, and the light seems to be fading. And again, that seems funny because it was just growing in your hand, and you feel this itch on your wrist. And you look, and there's something there, but it's fading also. And Alexei looks at you and says, I don't know what happened, but you stopped in mid-sentence and began staring at that crystal. You looked concerned. And then a huge smile crept across her face.
I ain't smiling.
Yes,
I
you're
reach-
wearing it now!
I look away from him, I reach down and pick up a vine and start fastening that crystal to my staff.
Okay. But there was
With a huge smile on his face.
But I'm not looking at Alexei.
Right, because you don't want him to see that big
Exactly.
smile. There was some sort of flash of energy I could pick up for but an instant, but then it was gone.
Yeah, probably your imagination or something.
Maybe, but I'd really like to study that crystal of yours again, if that's possible. My voice changed.
Wow, he just went through D&D puberty.
Puberty, yeah.
I'd really like to see that if it's possible.
We had multiple octaves drop at that point. We're good.
Yes. Well, okay.
Alright, we're gonna do it right.
So, is it possible I could study that?
No,
A little
Lexi,
bit
I'm
more?
gonna take this with me. I think you're right. I think I need to figure out what's going on with this other world that we've discovered.
Well, you're not going to take off right now. I mean, it's late.
No,
Perhaps you should take off in the morning. Maybe I could study it tonight while you...
No, I think I am. I'll meditate on the way or something. But
Okay.
I don't think I can waste a second. If there's a chance that Maribel's out there, I have to leave now.
I understand.
I'll rest
Okay.
on the cart.
All right. Change my voice again. Okay. It's the hard part about having all these NPCs. Okay, so you're going to take off. Where are you going?
Toward like the nearest city, and hopefully there's like a cart on a road on the way there. Probably to Neverwinter, actually. If I'm in Neverwinter Wood,
He
I'm probably
mentioned earlier that he told you in the last episode,
right
if
to
you rewind
Mirabar, right?
to Mirabar, that's
Yeah.
probably where you need to go to find
So
your
then,
answers.
I'm going to try to get on the road and catch like a caravan going to Mirabar from Neverwinter,
Okay.
and try to basically pay my way to hitch a ride.
Okay.
Maybe offer to be a guard or whatever they need, and basically my only payment being passage.
Okay. All right. Now it's late, so there's not gonna be any caravans at night.
Sure, but maybe I'll stumble upon one as I'm traveling.
Okay.
Like one
So
that's
you're
set
gonna
up camp.
head through the night, or
Yes.
you're gonna. Okay. All right.
I'll take a level of exhaustion or whatever I need to.
Okay. All right. So. Okay. So, Morale, you're still at the temple, and you've had this dream. Okay. And
I hate that if I just messed up your dream sequence.
eventually you're gonna have to sleep, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I meditate.
No,
I'm an
Percy.
elf.
But
No, Percy, you don't mind. Trust me.
I know.
I do, because like I don't
It's
want
like
to mess up the
everything.
thing.
Would you like to sleep? Would you like to rest?
Well-
It's midnight. And you are exhausted. Everyone else is exhausted, so you already have a level of exhaustion.
Sure.
Okay. So you have 2 levels of exhaustion, and you run into a pack of werewolves.
Why would I have 2 levels of exhaustion?
Because you said I'll take a level of exhaustion. Well, you already had a level.
This
of
is what
You
happens when
automatically
you
have a
go
level of
against-
exhaustion if
No,
you stay
I'm
up all
just
day? I
giving you
don't
a
think
hard
so.
So,
I know we're playing hardcore D&D.
so you
We're playing 5e.
you share some of your dream with the high priestess. Yeah. And you talk about this mountain and the dragonborn halflings and humans, and they're like, not sure, but they're going to meditate on it and pray on it. And
Yeah, it was an odd dream. It felt real, you know, kind of.
those are usually omens of some type. When you have a dream that powerful that you remember that clearly. And each one of these symbols, it's like they should mean something. We will pray, and perhaps you should spend your day in prayer and meditation. And yesterday was so wonderful. You don't seem quite as... That was such a wonderful part of you. Hopefully this is your new self, Brown. We were being a little concerned how dedicated you were in the temple. We noticed that you were helping in the kitchen a lot, but we've
You will
seen this
find the cream
renewed
in
vigor,
order.
and perhaps the cat god has sent you a mission of some kind, and that this is all part of his great
We're all
plan.
squirming a little bit.
There are great things perhaps in store for you that we had not anticipated, you know? We figured you'd be running errands for the chapel for some time, but yes. So,
I'll go contemplate in prayer then at the stream, like you suggested.
okay.
This is Mother Superior's way of saying, get out. Get out now.
So, they come back to you later that evening. They say, we don't know what your dream is. We don't know what this crystal cat that you saw is, but we noticed that you've had this little crystal figurine that we've seen you, meditating on. So, yes, we don't know what that, that is exactly, even though it's beautiful. But we were doing a little studying before anyway on this crystal cat, and most of these crystals seem to be coming out of this place called the city of Mirabar. And the city of Mirabar is at the foot of a mountain range, and it's inhabited by dwarves and humans. Now, we don't know of any dragonborn, but we do know that dragonborn have come out of the mountains from this other world that has been connected. So perhaps you were supposed to... Maybe you'll find your answers there, in Mirabar.
Far is it?
Oh, it's not far. It's a few days' journey.
Is
Just
it
take
okay
the
if
long
I take some provisions from the temple
cream. Is
and-
that what you want? Is cream?
If a cat could blush.
To help you on your journey, we'll be glad to provide you with a little
Yeah.
cream
Thank
and,
you.
some mouseketeers.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
you know.
Thank you. Okay.
So, Cade, you don't really know what to think of your dream. And you feel this urge to head north on the long road. And you don't know why. You've been traveling the long road, and you know that the Spine of the World Mountains are at the end of the long road. And your vision you just feel like your answer's there at the Spine of the World. And so you have to decide whether you're going to leave the group, and if you're Percy, you'll say no. I'm going to stay here and travel the long road to the mountains, and then what you're going to do with your band of mercenaries that you've
I would like to use my charisma to convince my band of large mercenaries to join me in this endeavor to move north. No, I'm teasing. I'm joking.
No, I don't know if
joking.
that's what you want to do. We can do that.
Do it. Do it.
I'm not a bard. I will not play it as a bard.
So,
Come on, roll the yellow die.
you
and do
talk
it.
to your friend, who I now have his name, Xander Steins, the barbarian, about this feeling that you need to travel.
So I had this dream, and you're gonna think I'm crazy.
Well, do tell.
Well, there was a dragon, and there was mountains, and I know that I gotta go north in order to be able to get more people to fill up what I gotta do, but it was kind of weird. I woke up as an egg.
Yeah, an egg?
An egg?
Not the insides of an egg, but an egg?
I hatched and went, I'm here. And then there was a mama eagle, and she was taking care of me. I don't know what's wrong with my head.
Was this your mother?
I feel like I'm supposed to go there and look for her. Or it, or a dragon, or something. I don't know. I just kind of gotta go that way.
Well, this is strange. I would go with you, I suppose. Are you taking all of these guys?
No, they need to go back to my little town here and help with the fight over there.
Do you want me to go with you or with them?
You're the only person I trust. I need you to take them back there.
Well, if I must.
I need you to tell the boss that
You are recruiting.
that I'm recruiting. I'm good. I'm out that way. I'll send more people as soon as I can.
I will let him know.
She?
I don't know. We haven't talked details.
She's a handsome woman.
This changes everything.
She's really tall.
We're huge.
Nice.
If I had known that, I wouldn't have even offered to go with you.
Okay, so you say your goodbyes, and you start hoofing it, that way. And you've got a little pony that you've acquired, that you're riding, unless you want a big horse. I mean, I'll give you the...
No, I'll ride a pony.
Okay, My Little Pony. All right.
Actually, it's a goat.
I feel like a goat.
But it's a painting goat.
Yes. Okay.
Damn it!
So, Mr. Dresdenova, you woke up and you are all, restless, and you feel like you have to find the answer to this. Now, you know enough of the area that the mountains you saw were immense, and the only mountains you know of that are that immense are at the spine of the world, or the spine of the world mountains. And so you feel that that is probably where it lies, and you found out earlier that these crystals have been coming out of Mirabar, and you just, because of the crystal tree, you feel there's some sort of connection with Mirabar and these crystals, and you know about the land of Melanor, to the north of the, somewhere in the mountains that appeared, and those, and your mind just has to have order, has to put these things together. And you have to solve this puzzle. You just feel like you really need to. So those are the best clues that your memory understands. So what do you want to do?
Well, first, I was in the middle of a diplomatic mission.
Well, you're on your way back at this point.
But I still have to deliver documents and such.
You are with a group.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is basically grab a horse and try to ride as fast as I can back home.
To Waterdeep? Okay.
Yeah, and talk to my my brain's locking up right now. Yeah,
Archmage.
Yeah, the Archmage, and fill him in on everything and tell him what's going on. All of the notes. Let him see the tree.
What? So you had this dream.
Yes. Not a clue what's going on with it.
Well, dreams are not things to be ignored, and you've been dabbling a lot in this divination magic, and we've done some divination on this crystal tree of yours, and we don't really detect anything, but we do know that these crystals, their magic doesn't operate the way, we've studied enough of them now, that their magic doesn't necessarily operate the way normal magic does. So we still have to figure this out. And we've been wanting to send someone to do a little more investigation into this. So perhaps things have fallen into place. Your mission is done there. So perhaps this might be a good chance for you to go, and since you seem to have some sort of attunement, we can see that in our divinations that there's some sort of connection with you in this tree. We don't understand it, we don't really know, but we sort of see that there is this. So perhaps this would be perfect if you traveled to Mirabar just to see what you find.
And that's what I feel I need to do.
Well, then you have our blessing. You know, it's some time before we would need you again anyway, so perhaps we wish you to explore this and then report back to us what you find.
Obviously, yes.
Okay. We know that there is a caravan leaving in the morning heading to Mirabar, so we can send you, and we actually have some documents we can send you with to give to the council at Mirabar. You know, some Lord's Alliance stuff that you would be perfect for. So everything seems to actually be working out rather nicely.
Good.
So yes, you can leave in the morning.
That I shall. In the meantime, I shall get ready to leave. Anything I can grab and supplies and such, I'll grab.
Very good, very good. So, best of luck to you, and
Thank you.
we look forward to hearing your reports.
I will send them as soon as I can.
Yes, please do, please do. So, everyone, how conveniently, it's not like anything's being railroaded here.
No idea what you're talking about.
You know?
I just happened to find myself
on my
on
own.
the road.
Never heard of
This caravan.
railroads before.
I get distracted by very short women, so I'm not making it there ever.
You get distracted by everything.
We appreciate you joining us. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time on Piercing the Crystal Veil and the Tabletop Nerdcast. And good night.
Say